There we go. Scared every single time I fucking load up the friends list, the game's gonna crash. Legitimately. Like, it's a terrifying like point in my mind where it's like every single time I load up that friends list, there's a high possibility that the game is gonna crash. And that scares me. I love watching Raven build. Makes me so happy. Oh, that's why the door doesn't work. It's because it technically doesn't lead to anything. Yeah, I'm glad, honestly, that Raven didn't put my name on the book. I love it, Eldermere. That's such a cool name. I love how there's gallows too. Is it this button that does it? No. Must be that button. Oh. So wait, what does this one do? Nothing. Oh, so specifically that hidden button. Okay. Interesting. Wait. What the... Why are you looking at me like that? I didn't do anything. Raven just stared at me for like 10 seconds. Raven, you built a door that goes to nothing. Oh, fuck. I'm coming. Yay. Rawr. Yay. I didn't mean to break your door. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But yes, you can form your own little clan if you want. Jess? Why won't you follow me? Follow me! Friggin' Storage, bruh. Oh. Oh. Yes, Jess, hurry and come. It says communication error. You retry that, bitch. You retry and make sure it works. If you don't, if the game does not let you join, I will be sad. Remember the days when I used to try and stream Minecraft like a year or so ago? People would be like, "Hey, can I join?" Or like, I play specific games and people are like, "Hey, can I join?" I'm like, I don't get that anymore. It's so weird. It will work even if it kills me. Well, no, 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 no. We don't want it to kill you. We want you to kill it. I believe in you, my friend. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, that's right. I deleted a whole village, I think. I was trying to copy it to paste up on the mountain, but then I realized that I don't think Raven liked me building on the mountain, so we deleted it. Name is Sayed. I wonder what happened if I went to go copy paste. Okay, grab stuff like Jesus. I just like going around looking at what Raven built because it feels so nice to just have somewhere in Minecraft that's like not just safe, but you know, homey. We actually have a kingdom. We have a store. We have horses. We have a gallows, or technically, like, yeah, gallows. We have civilians. We have a market. Yeah, it makes me feel so happy. Huh. We have a prison as well back here. We have where the heck Raven? Oh, the blacksmith. Raven's building here. Amazingly, well done, girlie. Well done. I just feel so happy, and it's all thanks to Raven. But don't tell her I said that because she'll get an ego and think I'm being nice. Though I have a feeling Raven's currently watching in secret. Scary. I heard it all. Ah, no, run away! I was trying to be nice! They can use doors? Jemmy join! Jimmy Jam! Yeah, I removed the horror mod, of course. Also, Jester, you're not allowed to destroy shit because it doesn't let you join straight away, okay? This is Max's tower that I built for him. Well, I didn't build it, but I fixed it. Jesus, dude, you're lucky I saved you. You should be grateful. You dropped a piece of armor. You know what? I think I prefer my armor. Mine's the king's armor, because I'm a king, obviously. But yeah, it's weird. I want to copy and paste this, like on top of each other as like one giant tower, but I feel like Raven would kill me. I will not be an angel of destruction this time. No, you can run whatever clan you want. I mean, technically, I'm the king. I'm the angel clan. Raven. I found a broken tower, but it had a wizard in it. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm here even though I'm 6 minutes late. That's alright. I had to restart because I loaded up the friends list and it crashed the game. How are you, Moonlight? But yeah. So Raven is part of the Demon Lords. I'm part of the Angel Lords because I'm a king. And I'm getting my slave demon to build the kingdom. Chillin'. That's good. That's good, my man. So Jess, as my lawful daughter, you are able to choose whatever clan you want. If you wish to join my side, you may. If you wish to join Raven's, you may. But if you wish to form your own, then you may as well. Oh, wait, did she have the buns? What? What? Nothing. So nice for a jail. Excuse you. Wait, what did I say? Big geometry dash level. Big geometry dash level, but I'm low-key in pain right now. Oh, why? What happened? Wait, what did I say, Raven? What did I say? I forget. What did I say? I'm sorry. What should I say? I'm so stupid. I don't know what I even say. Problem is, I speak so much that I actually forget what I'm talking about 90% of the time. Which is, like, really, really unhealthy. Do I join? Probably not, no. Actually, just for my family. I know one's Demon Slave. True. That is true. You are your own independent young lady who's building up her own castle. Technically, we'll share this. You know, we could share the castle, me and you. We'll rule the kingdoms together, my friend. Don't hear me. I'm being nice. Stop touching the king. And I'm just Jess. Definitely not an angel of void, just chilling after what happened to my husband. Don't worry, we'll find you a new husband, a better husband. Probably a clone of Alistair if you want. This guy's angry about the prices, apparently. I can't read that. Bro, get down off the thing. That's illegal. But yeah, I'm a warrior. I have a short sword. Wow. Oh, you're so lucky. I tried to end you. Ha! Ah, you can't end me! I'm being creative. I shouldn't have said that, because now she's going to put me in survival and kill me. You know, that's besides the point. If it's for the farm, didn't you say I was your son at one point? Yeah, but this is like slow build. We're not speed run anything. Plus, I'm pretty sure we're actually running out of members. But yeah, everyone who watches is technically my children. If I say that, but for legal reasons, I have to say Raven is not my child. No! Dang it! Raven, why? Now I'm frozen. I'm black now. Help! Ah! Such injustices. If it's in the round before, I should be able to join. I think it's a different one. I think. Raven was so mean. I can't believe she killed me, guys. Can't believe it. Injustices have partaken in this world. There we go. Last time you called me a slave. I corrected myself, actually. Thank you very much. So it wasn't my fault. Oh. Huh. I love that's just yourself. I don't think it'll work, because I'm pretty sure... Huh. Ow. I just teleport myself to Ray. Oh, thanks, bruh. She's probably gonna put something like, so what did we learn? It's a nice blacksmith house, honestly. Well done. I'm gonna run away now. It's not my fault, I swear. Yeah, as far as I know, this is just the royal outfit I have for when I'm going kingdoming. Kingdoming? Kinging. I'm gonna drop Raven a few apples because I'm nice. There. An apple away keeps the glitch away. No, wait. I said that wrong. I'm in survival mode! Why did you do this to me? There. It's not my fault, man. I'm just being bullied at this point. So far the game hasn't crashed yet. Is that a good sign? Okay, so, yes. Yes. Am I being shot at? What in the world? Apparently I can't join today, at least. Why? How come you can't join? Ooh, a wizard hat. I have a big fucking hat. Because I end up being an asshole. Bruh, no. Sorry. How do I fix your internet? I'm gonna go use Raven's table. Don't tell her. Wait, what the... Oh, the combat glove. That sounds cool. Yeah, my pants have been prepared. Prepared? Repaired. My brain is not working today. My brain can't brain, guys. But yeah, this is the kingdom. Now, I would use my toolbox to copy and paste things. But at the same time, I feel like anything... like, legitimately, this is the funniest thing. This world is mine. Right? It's my realm. I'm paying for it. But in my head, I'm like, Raven is technically doing everything. So theoretically, it's Raven who's in charge. Holy cow. You know, I don't want to do anything. Text in there is so... So in the middle of where terrible for no fucking reason. Yeah, I think Rabbit had that point because I think he has Spectrum Wi-Fi actually, which kind of sucks. But apparently Spectrum's good, but at the same time it's not. So I'm so confused like all the time. Yeah, okay, Realm is gone from my list. Yeah, it's probably because we reset it. Guys, don't tell Raven. I'm gonna do some fun things. I'm just gonna clear some land. Don't tell her though, okay? Then we're gonna cut it. Yay! Eh. There we go. Perfect! So that's world edit, that one I just used. I'm just gonna chill in my crib. Of course, of course. Hi, Creeper and Tower. Players cannot be killed while they're in creative mode. Damn it! But I don't know, like I just like having fun, you know. Like I wanna build things, but Raven's the builder. So in reality, I have like zero skills with anything at all. I can't do anything. I'm not smart enough to do anything. If I do anything, it's wrong. So you know, like I just trust Raven to do everything. Chill, cat. Oh, I don't want to bore you, Jess. How can I entertain you, my friend? Who? The area could work on my Aristo cube. Don't know what that means. I can teach you. Don't worry. I can teach my friend who little special. I can teach you, bro. My skill is in DayZ. Honestly, that's where I excel at for some reason. I don't know why. I'm really good at DayZ. That's about the only game I'm actually good at though. Find me watching Creeper. I feel like I should find you instead of doing what I was going to do, because otherwise Raven's going to kill me. Let me do that. I'm going to go find Gem. I don't know what that is, Lee. It's good at Apex Pro. I'm good at other things as well. I like Apex. I don't have anyone to play Apex with. Mainly because I'm an awkward fuck. But, you know, I feel like I might be good at it. So where's this creeper at? Where is he? I just don't talk to people. I don't really play much with anyone. Where's the... Oh, there he is! I would have 100% down with you. Oh god. That really could have ended so badly. If she was a centimeter a bit more, that would have been so freaking funny. Sorry, Jam. Bruh. Did I hear an owl? I want to build Gem something. As an apology. Because I'm a nice guy. Depending on who you ask. What happened? I'm just gonna put nut in. Nothing. Yeah, the problem is, like, I'm such a paradox, if you ask me, because it's like, I want to play with people, but at the same time, I'm too awkward and nervous to talk to people. So I'm in this perpetual loop forever of, like, I want to talk to these people, but at the same time, I don't want to talk to these people because I'm an idiot. And now she has a pet. Hey, Nick, look at this. Is that peach and some kind of bone? What is that? Oh no, it's an apple and a snake. Pet creeper. Cute. Yeah. Not too close. I can make you unawkward, bro. If I'm awkward, we can be awkward together. That's so sweet. I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, I'll grow out of it one day. But right now, my brain's in this very, like, weird headspace where it's just like, meh, you know? About the only person I think I'm comfortable with talking mentally, I think, with is probably um probably I don't know actually. I genuinely don't know. What the I don't know. I'm not very good at talking to anyone. I know I appreciate you trying to give me advice though, so thank you. Um but yeah, I just am. It's the way I am really. Make a casino. Bruh, please call it the Nico Casino. That rhymes. I would be very, very interested in having a casino named after me. But yeah, sorry, Moon. I'm just a very awkward special boy. Though it's funny. I don't know. Like I think the best way I could describe it mentally for me is that when I'm myself. So right now, when I'm with you guys, I know what I'm like. I'm very awkward, but I'm in control, kind of thing of everything. But in DayZ, the reason I'm not awkward when I encounter strangers is because I'm going to kill them. And I can swoon and be charisma, and you talk fine with me. We haven't talked in person in many years, girlie. That's the problem. I'm just, I don't know. Like there's been past experiences as well where I've made friends. Like this has happened several times. I'm more the type of friend that helps you out, and then I kind of disappear. Like I fade away. And if I stay too long, people tend to dislike me for no reason, and I can't quite figure out why. So my brain just kind of now not abandon issues, but just kind of like avoids getting too close to people for that reason. Hey man, if you want player pictures, hit me up or something. I don't know, might have a PS account. Yeah, of course, of course. Oh, like I'm very very complicated. I'm a complicated boy, and I'm very very stuck in my ways, I guess. But things will change one day. Gotta have hope. I'll be better one day. Low-key, just gonna make one. I don't have the game. I used to be really, really good at it back in the day when I used to own it. But I know it's free, so I'd have to reinstall it at some point. Just make me like you no matter what, even if we not see each other. I appreciate it. That's why you're a good person. I appreciate the friendship we have developed over the years, my friend. Right now, I'm gonna do something to ruin mine and Raven's friendship by copying this tower and placing it elsewhere. I may or may not be masters in Apex. Nothing wrong with that. It just shows you like the game. Play with you. Oh, God. Oh no, Raven left. I haven't even done anything and Raven left. What the hell? Why? I haven't even done anything. Why did Raven leave? Baby zombie heard me. Kill it. There we go. Raven's back. Yay. But yeah, I'll get out my awkwardness one day. I will. I think I just need to be a bit better, you know. It's not just the fact of meeting people, it's just the fact that I am who I am, you know. Okay, let me place this right here. That's not where I wanted to place it at all. I don't know, like, it's weird with me. I don't really like talking about myself too much. I like telling my stories. Oh god, I'm killing a golem. Like, yeah, I'm weird. I'm very strange. I know you're doing something, Glitch. I'm lagging. That's not my fault. Puts her on your shoulder. No, I'm not letting you disappear from my life. You're the sweetest person I met on the internet, and I will not get thrown away. Got it? Yes, ma'am. I'm not doing anything, Raven. I'm not doing a thing. Raven left again, but I haven't done anything. Legitimately, I haven't done anything. Why did Raven disconnect? Am I doing this just by existing? Um, I'm gonna put I removed the tower. Removed a tower. Yeah, I'll just put I removed the tower because that's what I did. But that's not my fault. You shouldn't be lagging because I removed the tower. But no, thanks, Jess. You're one of my best friends. I appreciate you a lot. Help! I can't move! I claim this broken tower. I need to go save Raven. The king's on his way! Imagine my character, Ellie, just flying through the air. Just like... I need to go find Raven. Bro, what is happening with Raven? Why is she lagging? I'm so confused. Can I enchant an apple? No. What the fuck? That's not normal. Where is she? I can't even hear her. Do you want coppers? I forgot. No, thank you, my dear friend. No, thank you, but I appreciate it. But Jess, did you want me to read the part of my story where Wrath appears for the first time? I'm gonna put you good. Bruh! What is happening? I guess I could do like a bit of story time. Bro, my game crashed. Why did your game crash? I don't understand. What is happening? But yeah, I guess yeah, I could read some of my book. I don't really have anywhere to read the book. I guess I could do it inside the prison, maybe. I'm a bit concerned now. I don't know why you're crashing, Raven. I haven't done anything. That's the thing. It's very, 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 very concerning. So what I'll do is I'll put down a book and we'll pretend that I'm reading it in-game. And we'll destroy it afterwards because I want to upset Raven. There we go. Why is it so dark? Dang it, game. There you go. That's strange. I think I saw this earlier too. So PS count making thingy is so ass. Oh yeah, definitely. PlayStation's kind of meh. Okay, so I hope Raven gets fixed. I don't understand why that's happening to her. You good now? I'm very, very concerned. I don't understand. I hope Raven... Okay, I think I'm good. Yay. Okay, so the problem is, right, I tried to... This is the problem with my book, is it's so unbelievably long. So, um... I tried to read a page of a certain sequence of events yesterday. It took me 2 hours to read a page of events. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut to the end of it, okay? So is everyone ready for glitch story time? Because it's up to you guys if you actually want to stick around while I read this. I'll start from basically the betrayal part if you guys want, but I'll let you guys decide if you want to hear it or not. Yay! Yeah. Gotta keep an eye on Raven. I wanna make sure she don't crash. I think she crashed. Just gonna watch her stalk. Yes. Okay. Just gonna continue then. Let me go over here. So this will take place after the bank part, basically. So, funny enough, there's actually a joke coming up in chapter 4 where if Ellie has the ability to summon things and do whatever the heck he wants, someone brings up the point like, why didn't you just, spawn in money instead of robbing it? And he just kind of looks at him like, I didn't think of that. So, let me go up to this part. I'll read from here. So this takes place just after the bank. So they're driving off. Um, the car tore down the desert highway as police lights appeared behind them in the distance. Inside the car, no one spoke. Ellie slumped in the passenger seat. I'm sorry, he whispered as he held his head like it might fall off. From the back seat, Owen just stared at him. Suddenly, a gunshot exploded through the car. The back window shattered as Owen ducked again and began to shoot back. Atticus gasped as a bullet tore through his chest cavity. Atticus! Ellie shouted. The car swerved violently as instinct took over. Ellie grabbed Atticus and pressed his hand against the wound. For a split second, both men flinched, their bodies blurred together with transparency sliding through one another. Then Ellie was suddenly behind the wheel. Atticus sat in the passenger seat, breath returning to his lungs, the wound gone as he felt himself, confusion caressing his mind. And Ellie adjusted the black sunglasses he took from Atticus's pocket onto his face. I'm keeping these, he said with a faint smirk, and he slammed the gas pedal. The car shot forward like a rocket, blasting past police barricades and disappearing deep into the desert. Eventually the car skidded, out of fuel and out of time, atop a lonely ridge. The town glimmered below them in the dying sun. Ellie stepped out slowly. Atticus, I'm sorry, he murmured. I messed everything up. And Atticus rubbed his face, still dizzy. It's fine, shit, he muttered. Suit happens. Wait, that's not right. He turned away from the car, scanning the horizon police, as Owen smashed the pistol into the back of Ellie's skull. Golden blood splattered across the rocks as Ellie collapsed. His vision faded. As Atticus spun around, yelling, Owen, what the hell are you doing? And Owen shoved... Fuck, that scared me so bad. Bruh. Owen shoved the gun into Atticus' hands. Loose ends, remember? Oh, bro, I'm gonna run out of breath. Ellie lay trembling on the ground, barely conscious. Atticus? He whispered in confusion. Yet he just stared at him, weighing the gun in his hand. Memories flooded into his mind. Ellie humming songs, smiling at everything and helping people, including helping his dad smile for the first time in years since he's lost his mother. Ellie watched him play guitar. Ellie watching him play guitar like it was magic and learning together. The laughter. Yet Owen's voice slithered into his ear. You're blinded by him. Atticus's hands trembled. You think he's human? Ellie just looked up at him as his head began to close up and heal. You know what he is, Owen continued softly. You know what he is capable of. Think, Atticus. All the happy memories suddenly became replaced by darker ones. The way Ellie could control a room, the destruction when they first met, the mystery of him, the way people would flock to him like he was a god. He looked at Owen, but he didn't see his mouth move until... End it. And Atticus raised the gun. For a brief moment, he saw Ellie the way he first saw him. Lost and confused, trusting. The boy who had believed in him, the boy who had saved him more than once. And a smile with gentle laughter. And then... the gunshot, followed by silence, distant birds leaving their nests in a panic from the noise, followed by silence. The gun dropping to the ground as Owen looked shocked and surprised. So, wrath is just a misunderstanding, trust. Oh, don't worry, you'll see. Huh? Aw. Thank you. That's so kind. That's so sweet. So, do you think Atticus shot Ellie, or do you think he turned the gun on Owen? I'll let you guys figure that out. Bro, this makes me so happy. Raven's so kind to me. Break my own neck by turning around. He did. Which one? Owen or Ellie? Remember, Ellie's the main character. I'm actually surprised if I'm able to read if my eyes are crossed the wrong way. Third option. None. What's the third option? He shot the floor. I mean, that could be quite. Owen's fucking dead, bro. Okay. Well, you guys are given two options. Either he shot the floor next to Ellie, or he shot Owen. It's sad, mate, boy. I cry. I know. A gunshot followed by silence. Distant birds leave their nests in panic from the noise, followed by silence. The gun dropping to the ground as Owen looked shocked and surprised, his gaze looking down at his own body in shock. As golden blood splashed across the sand and rocks, Ellie lay dead, a large hole exposed in the middle of his head. As his body slopes down with a frozen expression, his body is still. Even Owen blinked in surprise. Then he grinned. "Well, damn, brother. Didn't think you had it in you." Sirens wailed across the desert. Police cars screeched to a stop nearby. Atticus barely heard them through his heartbeat. Yet his eyes never left Ellie. The sand shifted as the cars screeched to a halt. Several police officers got out, guns ready and drawn. Several barking orders, yet Atticus could only stare at Ellie. Yet Owen began blasting back, taking cover behind the rocks. This is so cruel of me. Ellie's body taking several shots into it. So even though Ellie's dead, he's still taking shots. Also, I made a PS account now. Nice one. Yeah, Owen began blasting, taking cover behind the rocks, Ellie's body taking several shots into it as Atticus quickly snapped out of his freeze. Taking cover, yet one of the officers yelled to stop shooting. Yo! Sorry, I can be really, really cruel. So one of the officers has yelled to stop shooting. "The man is alive! Cease fire!" Owen looked confused at Atticus, looking over the rock as Ellie was already standing up straight, facing away from them. Away from them. Just breathing. Well, shit, Addy. Guess we need to do more than that. And then one officer froze as black tendrils escaped Ellie's arms, slicing several police officers immediately within a second, too fast to see. His head tilted slightly. Red light flickered behind his eyes as he turned towards the two men behind the rock. "Oh?" the voice said softly. But it wasn't Ellie's voice. It was smoother, deeper, even amused. An old audience meets a new one. As bones cracked as tendrils sprung from his back, crushing who remained. Blood soaked into the sand as he pulled limbs apart. Bones screeching together as they snapped, like with ease. Screams quickly ended as they began. This was it. This is what he had feared. The man looked down at him, towering over Owen and Atticus. Owen fired wildly. The gun barked again and again, bullets ripping through the desert air. Every round vanished into the moment it touched the darkness around Ellie's body, like stones thrown into a black ocean. Owen's grin faltered. "What the hell?" And then the figure vanished, then reappeared behind him. No sound, no movement, just there. Owen froze as he was forced to turn and face him. A hand settled slowly on his shoulder. You know that "hey" meme? Or no, like the guy with like the fucked up face where he puts the hand on the shoulder? That's what I visualize. "Let's see how you fare against someone who can fight back, Owen." Sharp black tendrils slid from the finger's sides, thick and grotesque, piercing Owen's sides. They wrapped around Owen's arms, his legs, his chest like black slimy tentacles, then lifted him effortlessly into the air as the gun fell from his hand. "Wait! The creature leaned in closer to his ear, his voice almost soft and pitiful, even playful. "You remember something you said earlier, right?" Owen thrashed violently. Let me go! And the thing tilted his head slightly. Red light burned behind his eyes. "I asked you a question." A thin smile spread across his face as the tentacles grew tighter. The creature knew Owen couldn't respond, yet asked him anyway. "Remember what you asked Ellie?" Owen's breathing became frantic. "You asked if anyone loved him." The tendrils tightened again. Owen's neck began to crack slowly from the pressure as the creature leaned in closer. Its voice dropped to a whisper, calm and calculated. "Let's see if anyone will miss you, Owen." I'm actually going to put, "Do you think anyone will miss you?" Owen's skin began to be torn off slowly by the creature, chunk after chunk, flesh after flesh. He did not rush. He took his time. As blood fell into the sand, and the entire time, he made sure Atticus could watch. Just, "Ellie, get your ass up and fucking run." Bruh is hitting... Bro hitting on Owen. Actually, there is like a ship, I imagine, between Owen and Ellie, which I'll just call Ellie. Oh, no, Oellie. Oellie? Yeah, Oellie. I actually have a few ship names as well, but I'll continue reading because this isn't too much longer. Um, so he starts kind of like pulling pieces of flesh off Owen. He made sure Atticus watched, every time, every second with a muffled screen, every piece of the man who convinced him to pull the trigger. After what seemed like forever, Owen's life began to fade. The pain had grown cold through him. No more air coming into his throat, just exposed as it left from the open wound in his neck. As the man smiled, he spoke softly again. Such a shame. I was hoping we would have much more time to play with each other. Suddenly the man's teeth became visible and black, sinking them into the face of Owen, tearing at what remained as he worked his way down his body, cannibalizing him. Originally, I had this plan to make Ellie aware of what Wrath was doing. Again, at this point in the story, Wrath doesn't have a name. But imagine being frozen inside your own body, having to watch someone tear someone apart. But eventually that does happen, but I thought I'd make it happen later on. Slowly the man turned to Atticus, licking his lips with a long, slick tongue, smirking. You know, Ellie really did care about you, Atticus. I watched him the whole time from inside. How he felt when you hit him, how he felt when you aimed that gun, how you yelled at him despite him not doing anything wrong. As he knelt down, grabbing Atticus by the hair as he squirmed for freedom, tears began to pool at his eyes. I'm sorry, okay? Please, Sorry? The monster paused, clearly taken back by this. I guess people do show their weakness in the final moments. It's always a bit too late when you decide to apologize. But don't worry. When you die, I'll bring you back to life. And you can hurt your dad yourself. I'll make sure he witnesses his son tearing him apart and ending his life. I promise, he said sweetly. Atticus looked horrified at this revolting revelation, taking one last-ditch effort to fight back. Bringing up the gun Owen had dropped that he had managed to grab beforehand, he shot the creature in the jaw, its head almost exploding. Yet he kept his grip. The tendrils flailed at the sudden release, yet the creature didn't let go. Slowly the head reformed as Atticus screamed. Tut-tut, nice try, the man smirked as he dug his teeth into Atticus's shoulder, exposing his collarbone. The man dropped Atticus as he tilted his head, smiling faintly as he watched him writhe in pain. You made me, you know. Every time you broke him down, every time he cried for you, I grew stronger with his anger. He paused before continuing. Or maybe I was always there. Me and Ellie do share the same origin. No memory, no idea of who we are. Yet he is kind and patient. I might be patient, but I'm the opposite of him. Hides under blanket listening to the story and holds stable. Oh, cutie. Gaze, bruh. Why are you trying to make me imagine it, dude? I just like it. It's basically Leto's life story. Personally, I think Ellie and Leto would be best as friends. They share these traumatic experiences. Oh, yeah. That's the thing. At this point in time, Ellie isn't fully aware of Wrath. If anything, I want you to imagine multiple personality disorder, where the main personality will actually kind of go inside the other personality, and this is what's happening. But eventually, there'll be a point where Ellie will have to fight this personality due to time travel stuff, and will absorb all the knowledge and the imagery of what this personality has done. But anyway, this is where things get really, really gory, by the way, so prepare yourselves. So, he's just informed Atticus that he's the opposite. It stepped in close, breath hot with decay. I'm free thanks to you breaking the seal and betraying him. The man had teleported into Atticus's legs. Now, I want you to visualize that. Like a Mortal Kombat. He doesn't just teleport onto his legs. He doesn't teleport around him. He physically teleports inside his legs. Yay, gore. Yay, pain! The man had teleported into Atticus's legs, his leg exploding from the sudden intrusion as he shot forward with a grin, facing him directly, lifting his chin slightly with sharp nails. With you gone, Ellie won't have a reason to come back. But as Atticus pleaded in horror, the creature paused once again, but this time differential. Clawed hands stopping mid-air as he seemed to struggle against something. Ellie? Are you in there? You have to fight back. You have to... But Atticus's voice was cut short, as the man's hands sliced across his throat, blood dripping from his nails as he grabbed the gushing wound on his neck, squeezing. Oh no, he isn't here. I just wanted to watch you die with your hopes dashed. You freed me, same as he freed you and saved your life several times. Now suffer with the considerable mistake you have made as your life drains from your body. As he watches the life drain from Atticus, he stands up fully in triumph, yet he grumbles as he pans to the surroundings in dissatisfaction. The desert wind moved across the sand. Nothing else moved. Silence. Just bodies. As he waited. Then he frowned. Why isn't my satisfaction sated? He took a step, but his foot faltered over as he tried to step over a body. As he looked down at his hand, the fingers were slowly chipping away like rotten wood. No. The word came out sharp. Not again. So actually, in the beginning, it's actually hinted at that Wrath had taken control before. Hey, Pastor, how you doing? I was just reading a bit of my story. How are you, my friend? It's a bit late for you, isn't it? You tired? Bro, Jess, you look horrified. Yeah, so it's kind of hinted in the beginning that Wrath has taken over before, but it's never necessarily explained, but this is explaining. The man staggered, clutching his arm as it continued to fall apart. Damn it! His gaze snapped towards the bodies in anger as they scattered across the sand. Something inside him snarled, an insatiable hunger. He dropped to one knee beside the nearest corpse and drove his hand into the open wound in the man's chest, grabbing at what flesh he could. Then the darkness surged. A cold current rushed... Shut up, sheep! A cold current... A cold current rushed up his arm and into the center of his being. His fading fingers solidified again, the shadows pulling tight around bone and shape. The man exhaled slowly. But the relief lasted only a heartbeat, as suddenly he wasn't standing in the desert anymore. Warm sunlight, a small house filled with laughter. This is what I mean when I say that I'm kind of mixing in a blend of wholesome and horror. But, Pastor, you okay, my friend? You doing alright? So this is where it's quite interesting, because you start to see this version of Atticus, which we haven't actually explored yet, but it's through Wrath, essentially. Warm sunlight, a small house filled with laughter. A boy no older than 6 ran through an almost familiar building, stumbling over with joy in his heart. An older woman laying next to him, sharing in his laughter. Atticus, you're going to get hurt one day, the woman managed to let out while laughing. Her voice was bright. The boy laughed and smiled. And you'll always be there to pick me up, Mom. And the woman nodded with a gentle smile, planting it on his forehead. Come on, Atticus, let's get up before your father gets home. We can make him sandwiches. And the young boy quickly hopped up, complaining about something to do with pickles. As they both left the area, the man watched in shadows. The sunlight didn't manage to touch him. I am. That's good. Are you having a good day? Just want to check up on you. The memory snapped suddenly, the man looking up as the rain passed through him. Rain hammered against black umbrellas. A coffin lowered into the ground. The same boy stood beside a taller man who stared forward with empty eyes, clutching a small necklace in his fist. Two silver crescent moons, I need to put in. Moons forming a triangular eye. There we go, let me just correct that sentence I wrote. Two silver crescent moons forming a triangular eye. There we go. Jess witness. This, damn, that's actually kind of rough. Oh, really, Jess? He slaps. Get out, bruh. Two of me? Huh? So, his father didn't notice the boy crying beside him. The memory tore away again. A school hallway, teenagers laughing. Someone shoved Atticus hard into a locker. Look at him. He thinks he's better than everyone. Atticus let out a gentle weep as the boys mocked him. Bet his mama is glad she's dead. She doesn't have to deal with such a pathetic boy. The laughter echoed as they walked away. Books scattered across the floor, and Atticus said nothing as he began to pick them up. Again, and again, and again, this happened. A fist fight in an alley, Atticus on the ground. Rejection from a girl on the ground. That's twice I've fucked up that sentence. Rejection from the ground ascends. But something changed one day. From a boy kicking him to someone stepping in. A young Owen stood over the bully. Pick on someone your own size, Owen muttered, as he extended a hand. Atticus stared at it, then took it. The memory lurched forward, faster flashes now all around him. Running through city streets, locked doors kicked open, stacks of cash, laughter and sirens. Atticus learned how to smile without lying, learning how to charm and learning how to survive. A dark room, a terrified girl shaking her head. You can't do this, Owen, please. We used to date. It wasn't my fault I recognized you and Atticus. The gun was ready in Atticus's hand. His fingers trembled as Owen's voice behind him. Do it. It'll be better this way. She's the last one left to know my name. Soon we'll be free. A long pause as the gun fired. The memory shattered. Bars and cold concrete. Years slipping by in silence. Then one day, as he tries to make his escape, a figure walked past the gate, confused, eyes that didn't understand the world. Ellie. And Atticus watched him as he breaks the lock, and Ellie stands there quietly, freeing him and trusting him. So this is where it gets really, really sweet, by the way. Sorry if I'm just reading and you guys might get bored. Um, I hope you're not bored. I apologize. Let me continue. So the memories slowly began to spin into something else. A small room, dim light from a crooked lamp. Atticus sat on the edge of his bed holding a guitar in his hand. He turned it slowly, clearly unsure what to do with it, letting out a sigh of frustration and unmotivation. Across the room in a doorway, Ellie watched with quiet curiosity. Atticus stared at the instrument, sudden inspiration flooding his mind. Another shift. Dusty old music club, lights flickered above a tiny stage. Ellie stood beside an old drum kit, tapping the sticks experimentally, and Atticus plunged the bad guitar into a small amplifier. Atticus strummed the strings, and the amps screamed to life as he grinned. A chaotic explosion of sound filled the club, and Ellie laughed while trying to keep up. Atticus leaned into the noise, playing harder just to make Ellie laugh louder. But the man who walked around the stage, this is Wrath again, but the man walked around the stage in confusion, looking around at the empty seats. I remember seeing people here, his voice full of confusion before it slowly dawned on him. Oh, this is too precious. He smirked himself as he watched Atticus play. You wasn't playing for the crowd, was you? You was playing for him. The man let out a soft laugh of disapproval, looking the stage light focused on Ellie. As the man turned, the area shifted, sirens and crime, the gunshot snapping him back to reality as he watched Ellie being shot, feeling the conflict through Atticus. Yet as he looked upon the scene, knowing none of it mattered, he staggered back into himself. Just as it returned with a violent rush, he stood there breathing slowly. Atticus's memory still echoing inside his skull. As the man touched his temple with 2 fingers, he collapsed. Looking around, Ellie began to claw his way back into control. No, I'm out of time. I spent the whole time in that damn memory. Looking at the sky, trying to gauge how much time it took him. Slowly he slipped back inside, leaving Ellie sat around the bodies in confusion. Ellie blinked at the silent desert. Atticus? No answer. His eyes slowly moved across the sand, the bodies, Owen, and finally, Atticus laying there, motionless. The sound that tore out of Ellie's throat didn't sound human. There you go. Ta-da! So what do you think? I hope that wasn't too boring for everyone. I genuinely really, really like that part. Man, I'm really appreciative for Raven building me a chair and stuff. I'll be on soon. Yay! Pig, thank you, my lad. I appreciate that. It makes me really happy to know you guys actually really enjoy it. Again, I don't have anyone in real life that would be willing to listen to my stories. The problem is, like, that story is massive, like that page, because I needed. The problem is, I do know an issue that I'll have in the future with my book is the fact that obviously in the beginning everything is going to be kind of slow. Bruh, you okay? I'm happy we can play together. It makes me happy. Scary. But how are you, lad? Okay. Just building 5 while listening, broski. That's all good. Yeah, like the problem in my book in the beginning is the fact that. Oh no, the reason I said that, lad, Warren, is because the book is huge. The book is like 15 hours long, and this is only chapter 1, and it took me 2 hours to read that page plus the bit I didn't read. I'm at like 50,000 words at like 300 pages. I know obviously you guys told me to cut it down and stuff, but the beginning needs to be this long because the amount of exposition that I need. I need all this stuff in it because otherwise it won't work. Like everything in this beginning part is so important that it needs to happen. From Ellie being kind and helping people to them having their little wholesome moments of kindness. I got way too invested. Oh my god, amazing this was. Thank you, my daughter. Thank you. And I don't expect anyone to sit there while I read for like 5 to 10 hours. But I'm only now just halfway through chapter 1. And the problem, I'm getting off track. The problem is that I guess I understand. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. I don't mean any offense or anything. I'd love to sit down with you and read it, but it's just so much. The problem is that because the beginning needs so much explanation that I'm worried the later chapters are going to be lackluster because they're going to start faltering. Because if you get what's explained here, there are many, many key parts in the future. Yes, of course. Like, for example, finding out why Ellie is kind and why he's considerate versus what he was originally meant to be and how it's an experiment. For example, like, there's a conversation I always read where it's like he goes up to the creator who made him, effectively, I imagine, as Satan. And it's like, why did you make me kind? And Satan simply responds with, I made you kind so that way you would break easier and hurt more. So that way you don't, if I made you bad, you'd overcome your evil nature. Ironically, that's what's happening to Wrath. He is overcoming his evil nature. And eventually it comes up to Wrath's sacrifice in chapter 5, where, Wrath dies doing the right thing, but he isn't remembered for any of it. That kind of thing. And there is so much detail of Ellie and how he grows weaker and how Atticus and Adonis is secretly controlling him. And there is just so unbelievably much that I need to add in, that I have a feeling that this book is going to take me at least 3 years. Because I've been brainstorming ideas for the last 2 years now. The problem is I haven't really had anyone to discuss this version. I used to have friends that I used to be able to discuss this version of, not this version, the last version, where he was more joyful, chaotic, and crazy. But that version's dead now. Obviously, I changed the name that he originally had from Shane to Ellie, because I don't like that name, and Ellie works out a lot better. Because it also works with like the gender reform names. It's like he doesn't know what genders are, he doesn't know anything like that, so it kind of works out better for it to kind of be like an inside joke. It's like, oh, why are you called Ellie? He's like, I just heard it, because he doesn't know that they're gender specific names, and that also kind of creates this illusion, that not really illusion, but this idea where he's like, he's completely alien. There's quite a heartbreaking scene as well, just in chapter 5. Probably no one remembers that bitch, but I do. I hope you're okay wherever you are, Wrath, bruh. Yeah, Jess would probably remember, but Wrath. I'll give a really, really short synopsis of. Is it synopsis? Synopsis of chapter 5, basically, where it's like most of it is pushy, cushy, cutesy romance. I don't want it to be perfect, but effectively what happens is Ellie watches his family die, and that kind of pushes him over the edge. Wrath finally gets a grasp, knocks out Adonis, the scroll inside him that helps regulate power, without him realizing that Adonis drowns inside him with like sort of blackness and soul. And at this point, Wrath has changed so much. He's like, I don't want to be in control. I don't want to do this. So it's quite tragic, actually. The only reason Wrath can exist is because he needs souls to keep him. He's unstable energy. He can't keep himself structured. He's broken. So he needs to kill people, absorb their souls, which only gives him a 10-minute window to keep living, so he can try and figure out a way to bring back Ellie, the hero of the story. So it's like Wrath doesn't want to kill people in chapter 5. He doesn't want to hurt people, but he has to, because he's the only one that can bring back Ellie. Everyone else is like, yeah, this has happened, which is why he ends up kind of killing everyone in hell, heaven and earth. Because he needs more time, he needs more power. At the end of the day, I also kind of figured out the fact that it doesn't matter how powerful a being is, that 10-minute mark will never move. So what he does eventually, what is happening? What he eventually does is he uses the tactics that Thea, the goddess of fate, have taught him to fight, because Ellie doesn't know how to fight, he doesn't know how to defend himself. So Wrath watched Thea teach Ellie how to fight. He learned. Trying to see my survival world in a little bit. I mean, I might do. I want to play with my friend for a bit, because we haven't been much time to play together. Because he's always busy. But yeah, so Wrath uses the knowledge of what Thea taught Ellie to defeat Thea. And when he defeats Thea, he actually gets her power, which is time. She is fate, after all. And the way that the sacrifice will work is Wrath shows Ellie that he's hostile. Wrath lets Ellie defeat him. I'm going off the top of my head, by the way. Ellie lets Wrath defeat him, and only shows Ellie the worst things he's done. Not the reason he's done it, not the reason he's done it to save Ellie or to save the future. He only shows the negatives, because he knows if there's a lick of good that Ellie sees in Wrath, he'll try and save him. And Wrath can't allow that, because they'll end up in a time loop. And Wrath knows this. So what he does is he shows Ellie all the horrible things that Wrath has done. And when it comes to Purgatory in chapter 3, Ellie doesn't fuse with him in this. I'm going to call it the reset, which Wrath dies alone in purgatory in a cell, confused of why Ellie hasn't fused with him to kind of regain his memories and stuff, because Ellie remembers what Wrath did, and that creates a cleaner timeline where Wrath doesn't technically exist, and Wrath kind of just fades away into nothingness. So it's like a sacrifice thing where it's a necessity really, and he'll never know that he was a hero. He never knew he was redeemed or anything like that. It's a beautiful tragedy, if you will. But the problem is, the more and more I talk about this story, the more and more people are like, wow, that sounds like my story. And I'm like, okay. As much as I try and avoid media and things, damn, I feel bad for Raph. Raph, the thing is, like, Raph is not... He is evil, yes. But at the same time, he was made for a purpose. He was built evil. He never had a chance to grow. He never had a chance to be who he wanted to be because he was just angry. He was born as a destroyer, like the Antichrist. But over time, the more he learnt around Ellie, the more and more he learned to kind of change. There's a part in chapter 2, which is a big part for Wrath, where it's like he did exactly what Ellie did. He saved these two girls, but he did it in his own way. He brutalized the people that hurt them. And he's like, hey, look at me, I did what he did. I can be just like him. And they were terrified. They were horrified of me. He's like, but I did the same thing you did. Like Ellie did. Why are you afraid of me? Kind of thing. And Wrath starts to slowly grasp this change. And there's one point in the story, I don't know how I'll word it or how I'll write it, but there's one point in the story where I'm sort of starting to convert. Ellie's changing into Wrath, and Wrath is changing into Ellie. Their personalities. Like, Wrath is starting to become a bit more caring, a bit more considerate, a bit more wary and cautious, while Ellie's taking more risks, Ellie's becoming more dangerous, and things like that. And there's a point in the story where they're actually going to be 50-50 split on their emotions, that they both kind of agree on something. It'll be short-lived, but it will work, where it's like they are now linked. They are in sync. There is a part in chapter 2 I've talked about quite a lot where Ellie kills an abusive mother, and like Ellie's like, oh, I blame Wrath. Wrath made me do this, and Wrath has to inform them that wasn't me. That was actually you. And Ellie is stunned by this, but he's like, wait, I killed someone. And that's also another reason why he got sent to purgatory, because Wrath can't help his nature. That's the thing. When he kills someone, it's the way the world is. He's evil. But Ellie had a choice. And Ellie is now clearly, in chapter 2, actually slowly becoming someone who's dangerous. You see, there's such a mood swing from like each chapter. It's like chapter 1, you have a learning, you have kind of like a bit of an action, kind of like a bit of a wholesome kind of drama. It's more like a drama. Chapter 2 is Ellie slowly starting to become like more of a hero. He's starting to push boundaries, but then you can start to see that steady decline. Chapter 3 is Purgatory, where Ellie gets his memories ripped out and he has to fuse with who he was to remember who he was. Jess was born with the power of a tyrant, and people craved her power, pushed her around like an object, not a person. Hated her all her life, even though she did nothing wrong. That's pretty much it, yeah. That's the thing. That's exactly it. It's like, the reason I do this is because in my life a lot of the time, people will dislike you for no reason, so they can like support each other platonically. Yeah, exactly. Remember, Wrath is not a romantic or anything, though there is a big ship that I'm starting to see now where Owen and Ellie will be shipped for some reason, like a love-hate relationship, because Owen becomes slowly obsessed with Ellie, and Ellie doesn't give a fuck about him, but he wants to, I think. But anyway, that's enough shiving on that one. But yeah, in Purgatory, Ellie effectively has to fuse with his fast emotions, which can be quite painful. Yeah. I also need a name for the character in chapter 4. Kind of like the hell character. The romance interest, which I imagine is like an incubus or a succubus. I'm gonna go incubus. And Ellie starts to become very much like Atticus in chapter 1 and chapter 4. Where he starts using this character, he starts like kind of abusing his powers despite it hurting him. And he becomes not a very nice person, he becomes kind of like a jerk, really. It's only in chapter 5 where he really starts to kind of become not just crazy and quirky, but he starts to care, and you can see that he's caring because his mind is completely fucking broken. Mainly because of Owen. Owen returns in chapter 4 and completely just fucks Ellie up, like completely destroys him. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really have much else to say on the matter. I'm kind of running out of breath, if I'm being honest. I'm getting kind of tired. Man, this looks cool. But yeah, I hope you have you guys invested. Truly, I don't mean to bore you guys. But yeah, a lot of the reason I write Ellie the way he is because a lot of the reason in real life is because I've encountered a lot of people who dislike you for no reason. They'll make assumptions just on the way you look and things like that. And I kind of like the idea of doing that with Ellie, where it's like people judge him despite him not doing anything and things like that. Very up early on chapter 1. So Jester, I like that. What you've done with them. So yeah, they could be friends. But yeah, I'm an EP boy, sleepy. I don't know if this stream will stay up or not. I tend to try and keep my stories kind of under wraps until I finish everything, but it'll probably take me like a number of years, and things will change and things like that. But yeah, chapter 1 is pretty much almost completely finished now. I'm just above the halfway point, you know. Synchronize. Whoa, that looks like a giant freaking person. Looks like a character from Deltarune. Wait, Pippus? That's weird. Huh. Oh, I've noticed as well. In first person, you don't have a shadow. In third person, you do. Oh, speaking of, almost done with the first chapter of my Deltarune AU. Oh, nice. How's it going? Is it going well? Bro, my throat hurts. Ugh. I'm probably gonna have to end this soon, honestly, because I am getting kind of worn out. But I've had tons of fun just talking to you guys. So I haven't really done much. I much enjoy just watching Raven build because she's really good at that. Wait, is Bro looking at my post? Yes. Bro, I keep up with everything you do. Because I know you mentioned, I even said I believe in you. That's the thing. I think I did anyway. Because you're becoming obsessed with Deltarune. Elden Ring? Yeah, we could play Elden Ring, lad. But yeah, I'm gonna end the stream now. I appreciate you guys having patience with me and listening. Honestly, I know it's a lot, so thank you. It means a lot to me. But yeah, I'm gonna end this now. I'm addicted, bro. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, also, I worked out another female crush I have because obviously I was trying to work out the characters from the fandoms I like. So like Stolas, Angel Dust, Ragatha, Abigail, and Abigail. I like Ragatha. Ragatha is my kind of lady. Okay, bye, father. Bye, daughter. Stay safe, stay hydrated. Don't talk to strangers, okay? You stay safe. Get some rest. Make sure you sleep. Yes, Jemmy, Gem, my dear, I promise. I will see you all another time.